Time to check my Facebook. Facebook, gotta check my Facebook, gotta take another look.
Nothing new, I am hooked.
What to do? Hit refresh.
Facebook, gotta check my Facebook.
Gotta creep on all my friends every day.
There's no end.
It's the Facebook way. Oh my god, 10 likes! I'm so popular.
Hi, I'm Graham Bender,
And I'm Mitchell Hintermeister.
and our project was basically on technology being addictive. We wanted to figure out if people actually exhibit addictive tendencies when they use technology and how it really affects them, like somewhat what a drug would.
Facebook, gotta check my Facebook. Gotta take another look. Nothing new.
I am hooked. What to do?
Hit refresh. Facebook, gotta check my Facebook. Gotta creep on all my friends every day.
There's no end.
It's the Facebook way.
You know, we've all seen people walking around, zombie-like, stuck to their phones, their computers, whatever they can get their hands on to get to social media, and it seems to be reaching the point of what we would consider an addiction. Withdrawal symptoms, anxiety. They get a little high when they're on it. You always feel better, and so we did some research to see if this was in fact the case.
So to begin, crafting a thesis for this project was very challenging for a number of reasons. Technology has increased dramatically. The power, the ability, the speed, the size has decreased, but everything else has increased dramatically within the past 10, 15 years. And the human world still hasn't completely adjusted to life with technology, even though we see it in our daily lives. So it was just interesting because there aren't like long-term studies on the effects that technology can have on people. And we are really clueless. We're just kind of diving into this new world of technology and basically using it to better ourselves, and it's coming to the point where technology and humanity are almost merging together. And so we just wanted to really figure out how many people actually use technology and how much it actually impacts people's lives, and if there is like an addictive factor that pulls them back. It is very interesting to find the link between addictive behavior and social media use, and how using such a small device like a cell phone can have such huge impacts on how one feels and how one can relate to other people and how connected they feel with the world around them. It was just very interesting to kind of look at people's mindsets of how these little devices actually do connect them with the world around them, and how maybe it's not that they're addicted, maybe they just are social creatures, which is completely natural.
So to gather as much information as we could on the topic, we used quite a few resources. We looked up studies and such on the topic, and for ourselves, we set up a survey and posted it ironically on social media to get responses. We got about 35 responses in total, and the questions were kind of pointed. They were made to kind of ask the question without being obvious that we're trying to detect, addictive and compulsive tendencies in people. The two types of questions were like to form a link between cell phone uses and the addictive tendencies. The data we received was a little bit surprising. Many people said that they weren't or didn't use it in the fashion which we would have expected, which we can think about in a couple different ways, as could be they were lying, or it could have been that they were actually not addicted to technology as much as we thought.
In conclusion, our findings followed closely with many scholars. From our survey, we found out that many people are constantly within arm's reach of their phones, but it's not necessarily because they're addicted to their phones. Technology has become so much a part of our society and just so ingrained in our daily lives that it's almost impossible not to be using all these things. People need their phones for simple things, for their alarm clock, for email, for work. Like, people need this technology to make a living, to function in daily life, and it's just become so ingrained in our society that it can be viewed as addictive if put in that type of light, But for the most part, it's just evolution.
Yeah, so we're not saying specifically that uh, technology isn't addictive because it definitely can be, and many people would be considered addicts by definition, but that's a smaller group than we had expected. We would say that the general population are not addicted to technology. It's just become ingrained in how we act and how we work now. There are a few who we could obviously see that are a little bit addicted to their cell phones, their social media, but it would not be the general consensus for the majority of the population. We as a society are not addicted to technology. We are just we use the technology available to us.
Right. And like there are people who can be more susceptible to having these addictive traits. For the most part, most people can handle it very well. Technology, social media, it can have a massive impact on one's emotions and thought processes. So we're not sure exactly what the effects will be of technology. We know that it will be different and strange, but not necessarily bad or make us worse.
Yeah, exactly. We've always been attempting to distract ourselves and doing different things in different forms of communication all throughout history. It's not, this is just the newest thing, and being that technology moves so fast, it's hard to keep up with how each new form of technology will affect us and our social interactions in that sense. It's not necessarily an addiction. People who would be considered addicts to social media and technology and the internet, those are people who are
Already are like more susceptible to having those addictive tendencies already.
yeah, exactly. It's a predisposition to addiction. They're the same type of people who would easily get addicted to alcohol or any other substance that alters your way of thinking and your way of acting. So it's no different in that perspective. But the general population also is not addicts to, drugs,
Right.
anything else of that sort.
It just simply it can be a very compelling thing and very emotionally powerful. And for those who are susceptible to it, they can get caught in its grasp and it can really um, affect their lives. But for the most part, society as a whole can manage technology very well.
Yeah, so in conclusion, we would say technology is not an addiction, but it is it can be an addictive substance.
Time to check my Facebook. Facebook, Facebook, gotta check my Facebook, gotta take another look.
Nothing new.